Hey everyone, welcome to Mike on Raw. Today we're going to talk about intermittent fasting, my trip to Texas, and my mother-in-law. Let's start off with my mother-in-law. As you might have seen in my previous video, which was from a broadcast on YouNow, my mother-in-law is not doing well, and she continues to not do well. Creates a lot of stress on me, creates a lot more stress on my wife and her sisters. And because of that, as well as many things going on at my work, I'm very busy. I'm not getting as many videos done as I really intended to get done. Even this one's just kind of a quickie. And yet when one of our loved ones is passing, at least from my perspective, it's always going to be a challenge, feeling like you should have been able to do something more. And in the end, I just can't do anything more. Really, she's now in God's hands. What happens going forward over these last few days, last few weeks, depending on how long she hangs on, is really up to Him. And much of the challenges that my wife and her sisters are dealing with right now while she's in hospice in the house of one of her sisters is just dealing with the idea of this person as she is now is not the person that they remember when she was healthy. How do they deal with that? It's a challenge. Now, intermittent fasting is something I've been doing for about the last 10 months. And I didn't start doing it basically to lose weight. I started doing it because it fits better with the type of schedule that I have for eating. Essentially what I did was take from eating 3 meals a day to eating just 2 meals a day. Some of the challenges I see people that run into when they're doing intermittent fasting is that they're not recognizing that when you cut yourself down to 2 meals a day, you have to eat more volume during those 2 meals to get enough of the nutrients that you need to have during the day and enough of the calories that you need during the day so that your body can thrive. Another problem I'll see is that people who are doing intermittent fasting, they'll restrict themselves too much to these periods of time that they eat. So they'll have a feeding time that's, say, at 1 o'clock, and then they'll eat only at 1 o'clock, and they won't eat anything between those times. And if you're not eating enough volume during those meals to get all your nutrients, you may have to eat some smaller meals in between your main breakfast and then your meal before you go to bed. So you don't want to hold yourself in too tight. Otherwise, you're not getting enough calories, and you're not getting enough nutrients, and you're not going to really thrive on that type of a diet. What I recommend is that you be willing to, snack on some healthy food in between your meals. Just try to keep your fast. So after your fast is done, after you've broken your fast, then just eat whenever to get the calories in that you need for that day. Don't worry about only eating 2 meals. You could eat 5 meals in between those 8 hours that you're feeding. It's just that you need to get your calories in so that your body can do the things it needs to do and build the things it needs to build during that fasting period. And of course, that can be a challenge for people. If it's not working for you, don't do it. And certainly don't worry about if you break your fast earlier than you normally do. I easily will spend certain weekends where just because of time or what I'm planning on doing that day, or just because my wife wants me to cook something good for breakfast, well, she's not intermittent fasting, so that means I'm cooking food at an earlier time and I break my fast early. That's no big deal. It's not like it's not like you lose any gains or any benefit that you've had all the other days that you were doing the intermittent fast. It's just one day that you end up eating differently. And that's really just the key, is to recognize that you eat differently on that day. Maybe you still only have 2 meals, but it's an earlier breakfast and a later dinner, or you end up with 3 meals and then you just adjust the volumes that you eat at those meals. And finally, let's talk about my trip to Texas. I'm going to be in Austin, Texas for Texas Veg Fest on April 1st. I'll be there for about a week with my wife. We're going down there just to have a little vacation and meet up with some of our friends on YouTube down there at the Veg Fest. I know that Banana Wisdom is going to be down there. I know that Fruity Foodie is going to be down there, and Team Broccoli, I believe, is going to be down there. For sure, if you want to meet up or anything, comment down below and let me know that you're going to be down there as well, or maybe you even live down in that area. I think we're trying to get something together. There is a Facebook group for Texas Veg Fest event, and we'd love to meet some other people down there. As well, if you have some comments on what to do while we're in Austin, that would be great. It'll be after South by Southwest and before anything else, but it should be a great time to be down there, and I'm looking forward to the trip. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to get more videos out in the future. Just need to find the time. I appreciate everyone watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.